cut. Bam. One second. Are you watching the stream? Gina, I'm gonna put. Okay, whatever. This is very scuffed. I'm pretty sure my audio is coming through, so I'm going to work on the assumption that it is. I'm gonna put the blank feedback on. Don't panic. I just have to set up a few more things before we cut back to someone talking. All right, everyone, we're back. Sorry, I had some audio issues to take care of with one of our casters. We're here with preseason match 3. This is going to be Mafiosos versus Kingdom Coffee's Espresso in Master. So bear with us. Like I said, I am completely and utterly ill prepared for this. And I will be production and host until Gumma gets here for the in between map segment that we're gonna do. So let's take care of that. What's up, Nate? Yes, but it will swap to a feed. Okay. It will swap to a feed, and it will swap to the game feed, and you'll know because you'll be the ones talking for the game feed. I will count you in. Don't worry. Yes, we're good. Sorry about that. Nate just has some questions on some logistical stuff. But yeah, so Juno, you are going to be our analyst today. How do you feel about that? Yeah, no, it'll be pretty cool. I think Mafia is playing with a few subs today. One, maybe two, is what I heard. So we'll see how that affects their gameplay, and see if anything will be off. I do want to say that we are going to try something new here. And it's going to be some live pick bands. So I think I'm going to let the teams get into that here, real quick. There we go. We are starting. All right, let's see if we can swap over to that feed here. Perfect. Yeah, so it looks like Mafias have just banned Icebox. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, Juno. Can you do me a favor and make sure that your audio is working? I don't know if you're coming in for sure. You should be analyst one. Okay, can you try refreshing and making sure that your audio device is the correct one? Okay. Maybe. Hmm. Interesting. Let me can there should be, yes. You're not getting anything? Okay. That is very odd. Um yeah, because I'm not getting anything. And you should be getting a feed of something. And try logging out and then try relogging in again. Oh, there we go. So it looks like Kingdom Coffee has just banned Lotus. That was gonna be a pretty obvious ban, to be honest. Yeah. And then we go to Ascent and Fracture for the other two bans. So that leaves, yeah, Ascent got banned by Mafia. Maybe they just don't want to deal with wall spammers. Ooh, Split. Split is going to be the first pick of the game. And then we'll see where map 2 takes us. Yeah, try figuring out your audio issue because you are not coming through at all, Juno.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you're coming through now, Juno. Look at that. You're back alive.
Awesome. All right. So like you've just been replying to nothing.
Yeah, it looks like it. I look crazy, but we're fine now. I look sane. So yeah, our first pick is gonna be Split with Kingdom Coffee on defense. That's very good, very defense sided map, even after the rework.
Yeah.
And pick 2, look at that, yeah.
It's gonna be Haven with the Mafiosos picking attack.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting that they pick attack. I always find that in VCT matches, whoever's able to pick the side will often pick defense. Because that's I think to me as like a sentinel defensive player, it'd be easier. But I don't know. We'll see how they do on attack.
Yeah, I
I'm
wonder
eager to
with
see.
the amount of time that they've had, I wonder if they've cooked up any strats to play. But yeah, honestly, I think this will be a pretty nice series. Split and Haven are both pretty good maps, especially for longer runs.
I think with Kingdom Coffee on defense, I think with Split in general, you kind of have to pick Sage if you want mid control. And I
Mm-hmm.
think mid control is a large part of Split in general. I think having that mid control is really easy to be able to flip flop sites. So I think having that Sage for Kingdom Coffee will be beneficial. Let's see.
Yep. So we're just about to get started. We're gonna swap to the in-game feed. I just had to make sure nothing would break when I left it.
Yep.
And we should be good to go. I'm gonna swap the feed over as soon as the game gets started, and as soon as I do that, you will hear from our casters tonight. They are going to be Nade and Mono, so we're pretty excited for that.
Woo.
And yeah, so now I guess we're just gonna see how much we can talk about between the two teams before the game goes live. Do you know?
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I was looking at the stat sheet for both teams from the combines, and I found Muriel. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think he's plays controller mainly, and I've noticed that he's getting those kills, he's getting those impact frags, uh, but not in a sense where he's getting the first kills like a duelist normally would.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of he seems to be aggressive enough, or maybe plays smart enough to get all those kills, and so I'm eager to see how he does. Joan Idols or Jonesy, I'm eager to see how he plays. He's my former teammate. He's my boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Kingdom.
you chamber diffed me quite a bit in season one when you were
Oh,
on
I'm sure I
aesthetic.
did.
Now Mafia.
Let's see who else is Mom. Is that you? Mom, is that you? He's on Espresso,
Is
right?
not playing.
He's
He is
not
not
playing.
playing anymore. He got promoted to Premier and thus cannot play. But we actually just went live to agent selection. We are a little late, and I didn't want to cut you off. So we're gonna swap over to that feed and our casters tonight. I hope you guys enjoy.
All right.
Okay. We have our picks coming from the defenders here, as well as one pick, Cypher, from our attackers. He has been buffed.
He's looking like a
And
much
they're
stronger
locking it in.
agent. Yeah, so it's Kingdom Coffee is going to be the defensive side, and then the the Mafiosos are going to be attacking first.
Okay, mafiosos are attacking. Very
Yes.
good, very good.
Yeah.
I somehow hadn't picked that up yet.
Oh, good. Yeah, so for those of you who don't recognize my voice, I'm Nate. I'm going to be your analyst for the night, joined by newcomer Mono, who's going to be doing play-by-play.
Yeah. I've done very little of this stuff. It's very enjoyable, though, so I like to take my opportunities when I can get them. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. Definitely always look forward to have some new blood in the stream team so we can actually get a couple of these off the ground and not have to beg and plead for players to not play to come cast.
Yep.
But yeah, getting into it. I mean, just looking at both these teams, you got the duo of Gunner and Mempire who've been on KC since season 1. And then they're getting a lot of new blood on the team with Mom Is That You promoting out to Premier, but Casey doesn't have a team, so they're kind of stuck there, or he's kind of stuck there. And then they traded away Bonk earlier today in a breaking move in order to make Cap fit. So KC has made a lot of changes to this roster, and we're hoping to see this for the better. And then on the Mafioso side, you got that duo of Borga and Jonesy reuniting again for the second season in a row. Met up during the middle of season 2, and then Muriel joined them from the advanced team, who I'm not quite sure what their name is. I think it's the Cleaners. And then new players Hilfinger in his debut season, then Gaza, a player from Double Taps, making his way onto the roster after not being able to make cap work He made his way over there in the draft. So it's a little bit of the breakdown of the two teams. And just looking at the comps, what are you thinking?
Oh, I don't have any objections. It looks pretty solid. I'm seeing smokes on both sides. Astra. I haven't seen a lot of Astra for quite some time. I guess it's possibly a split thing here, with it having come back. Yeah. We got Fade on both sides as well. Raze as well. Initiation is the first thing I'm seeing here, where it's not a mirror match, and then of course the Killjoy versus Cypher as well is not mirrored either. And we are gearing up for some pretty principled play here. Now, as a newcomer here, I actually don't know what rank changes we're looking at. This looks like a decent default though.
So we're looking at some diamonds, plats, and maybe some low ascendants if they're, their MMR places them in that tier.
Oh, okay. So it makes a lot more sense with the very principled play here, with the default, with Astra poking around in mid, a couple of attackers on A side, and the Spike slowly backing away from B here.
Yeah, they're definitely setting up and some strong early round procedures, and then interestingly, gonna dive back. No sages for that early mid wall, so that's gonna be something. We'll see how both teams play around it with that extra availability to the space.
Yeah, I'm noticing they had their Astra poking around there. Nobody contested it at all. Nobody showed any defense, and so they're all in here. This guy here, will they get a pick before they're traded? Yes, they do get that pick. 4 players rushing onto the site here, or well, 3 rushing into the site, 1 holding back.
Oh, what a shot!
Quick trade. Very nice shots.
Gunnar making his way out of heaven.
Spike planted.
Yep, Spike is going down. They've got those 3 players. Will Mural here get the free pick? Very well done. And do they stay alive or get a second before they get traded?
The movement.
The extra pressure here. I would have loved for them to have stayed alive in mid there, maintained the pressure. They never would have been able to break out. Either way, though, the attackers getting those picks.
Yeah,
winning the round.
Gaza with
really
the
well
3K. Yeah, big round. Trade went in their favor. Both, getting on the site, both trades went in their favor. And then after that, Miro with the beautiful lurk.
Yeah, very, very good. Getting the A side off the start. We'll have a split on the players with that Astra ready to poke around in mid, see whether or not they contest this time. Looks like the Killjoy will be there to prevent that. We'll see whether or not they get the info. Yeah. KO knife coming out. Spike is forward, so I'm expecting something of a commit here from our attackers, especially with all 4 players over here. 3 players on the site shouldn't be too easy to get into. And I somehow missed a pick in mid. Looks like they tried to move forward and just got picked completely for free from that off angle.
Nice.
The entry coming out. Borga, very nice shots. Getting into the site. There's only 2 left in the back. We have 3 players rushing in. With the gun advantage, Borga gets second pick and a third. A really, really good round here for Borga.
Look at that.
Pisa's getting that pick.
Might try and save it, but...
isn't flawless.
Oh, okay. Jonesy with the heaven ramp.
There.
Yeah, good econ damage there. It's about all he could have done in that 1v5.
Oh, yeah. I know that sets them up pretty well for their buy round here, having taken away a couple of those guns. And we're seeing a little bit of a weird buy from our attackers here. A Guardian, some Spectres alongside that that Phantom.
Yeah, Muriel wanting to invest all his money, but they should be safe. They got enough bankroll that even if they do fall, their rifles going to the next round should be enough.
Yeah.
Looks like some early B and mid control being focused on here. Well, the Shy is walking all the way out A. He's already out and we're 10 seconds into the round. They have a ton of early information here.
Oh, yeah. They know that it's got to be a mid or a B play. It looks like, yeah, they have those rotates all the way over there.
Oh, the Shy's about to get into a huge fight here. He gets the first,
kill completely,
and that smokes down.
Yeah, that's gonna make entry and sight hold much more difficult with those smokes out.
Yeah, and that's the Phantom they brought into the round, down seconds into this crucial round.
I really like the principal play coming from the Astra, backing off there. Raze pushing in, getting vents, but the real fight is just down on the bottom there. We'll see whether or not they push that. Lots of poking around in mid.
What a shot from Empire.
Empire getting that kill. Nice single tap.
Oh, Hilfinger with a nice trade on the Gunner.
Yeah.
Game's too easy. Gets one, he drops back. He might be safe here.
Peeks out a little bit, gets picked by that Spectre. Up.
The shot playing from behind screens. He's in a very powerful position here.
One enemy remaining.
Drops the spike. Low time. Jonesy's got it all to do.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
Trying to make something happen here, but the Shy just backing off, waiting for him to be forced to run in, and then getting the pick as he runs.
What a nice 3K. Showing that restraint on the flank early into the round. Gets the open and then just drops all the way back.
Oh yeah. No, that was really good to see. It's kind of fun seeing them play that well. As Lat, it's nice to look up and see. I'm not completely crazy when I think that's correct and whatnot.
Yeah, this is a lot different, a lot more structured team play than your normal ranked game, and it showed there. I mean, no one really stepping too far out ahead of their skis. Everyone's playing trades right now. Both teams are playing pretty solid early in this preseason game.
Now, I'm curious why the attackers might be still hanging around in their spawn.
We did have a tech pause come in, so
I see.
Figuring things out.
We do have the standard 1-2 punch coming from the attackers here. They win their first, they get a bye, they win another. Now we're looking at a defender advantage moving off of round 3 where the momentum usually swings. And having bought up on that third round, the attackers don't have the equal footing that they normally would here.
Yeah, there will be a minor sacrifice. They'll still have 4 rifles, but it'll be interesting to see what Muriel elects to buy up into. Should be able to get full armor utility and probably like a sheriff or maybe a stinger if he's feeling a little ballsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would expect maybe a little bit of a quick play here with a slight gun disadvantage. Just trying to throw a little wrench into the works. They've been playing fairly slow so far in this half.
It looks like they want to play something alongside the B, but we'll see how that plays out with a player down. I don't know how the technical pauses work here, but yes. I would imagine that after some amount of time, they're just going to have to play it out.
Yeah, so each team has 2 5-minute tech pauses. I don't remember exactly how they work. I think you get them for both maps. So, like, 1 5-minute each, but if you need to use the second and the first map, that's fine. We're also in preseason, so I don't think they're going to be super strict on that rule.
Yeah, this is true.
But hopefully Jonesy's able to get his computer rebooted up, and he'll be back in here in a jiff. So, Mono, I'm sorry. Give it to me one more time so I don't pronounce it wrong.
You got it right this time. You butchered it in the opening. It is Mono. Yes.
Mono. My apologies. Okay.
It's all good. I found it very entertaining. I was going to let you just run with it all straight.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Come on.
But it's so much fun to let you do that.
No.
I have like a full 50-50 split on another server where some people just call me Muno and others call me Mono because I just let it run on so long.
Oh, no.
And at this point, it's so ingrained in their heads that they can't be bothered to change it.
No, I can't do that. But anyways, back to the question I wanted to ask you. What's your mains? Like, what are you playing for a normal count game?
This is actually my very first first-person shooter, Valorant. Okay. I started about 1.5 years ago, and I decided that I was just going to try and learn the game with one agent, keep it as simple as possible. I became an Insta-Lock Viper, and I never really broke that habit. I did a little bit with Chamber when he was as overpowered as he was, just to give myself an advantage on like Haven and Fracture, because I was struggling with Viper on both.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's been very consistent Viper auto lock.
So on Ascent,
Yep.
Okay.
I have some magnificent walls, and it's one of my favorite maps, actually. But we do have that aggression in mid. 3 players pushing up.
Oh,
One
the
player up
grinder.
in heaven who's being pushed out. They're backing off, letting the pressure. Oh, that nade. So strong. Nice pick from Empire here.
Oh, and Mempire doubles up.
Getting another.
Hilfiger with the
They
trade.
get traded, and we had three kind of on site there, but one gets picked off.
Okay, wait, this is a
We've
big
even
round.
Back up.
Game
Does the
Squeezy's
Cypher
noted.
know? Okay, he does know.
One enemy remaining.
Hillfinger here getting picked completely for free by This Game's Too Easy. And our Fade here gets pushed off the site. We'll see whether or not they can manage to hold it. Almost getting that pick, and Gunnar making it happen. A nice swing there off of that free damage against Too Easy.
Yeah. Needed to get that kill on this Game's Too Easy, but the movement was just good enough. He was able to get out with 3 HP. That's a tie score.
I may have jammed
Uh,
my
the-
fingers.
Go ahead.
I know, I was just going to say, the teams are wrong. It says that they need to be flipped on our side.
Ah, yes, this is true. Also, it has. I just noticed that it has the teams up in the top there, and I can read that. I now know that the defenders are Espresso.
Yes. Yeah, once they get flipped, that is a preseason or completely new setup from previous
I'm just
seasons.
glad
So
they're there.
yeah, it's great.
I can manually mentally flip it,
Well,
but yeah,
for the viewers, try and make
this
it
is
as-
true. This
as
is true.
simplistic a viewing experience as possible.
Yes, yes.
But anyways, getting into it is going to be a deco from the Mafiosos.
Yeah, I missed the eco here. It is something. Oh yeah, I'm seeing another pistol here with that shorty.
They do have a Nightfall and the Astro Wall if they do want to make something happen, but it might just be better to save it for a rainy day.
Oh man,
Empire
the
Lab-
full Killjoy utility on this site is not going to be an easy breach with that just pistols.
No, and Empire setups have been ridiculous so far.
Yeah. Now they're trying to poke around. The Cypher here has completely lurked up mid. We'll see whether or not they can make something happen against a rotate.
Peasus is making his way through market. And the timings
Oh,
are
sure
off.
enough, Hillfinger getting that.
He's gonna get
completely
traded.
Free pick. But
Ooh.
Spike
Peasus,
down A.
such a strange interaction there.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
on to
the solo
Jonesy and
Ray is
Muriel right
completely
here.
surrounded. Idol just trying to
One
stay
enemy
alive
remaining.
here. Doesn't manage. Memepire finds him. Gets that free pick from the off angle.
Muriel needs to die here if he wants to get that econ up. This.
I mean, that's not a hard task.
10
At some point, you
seconds
just
left.
run in, but looks like he's just trying to get any free picks he can hope for in the meantime.
Yeah, but the
Unless-
clock has got to start running. The defense could be just.
Yeah,
He's just going to save the sheriff.
that is a strange decision. I question.
That's going to throw a wrench into the.
I mean, I am lowly platinum, but I'm pretty sure that was wrong.
1 second, peeps. I gotta visit the Astro to place some stars.
Yeah, I mean, he's still going to be able to make something work.
Swarm grenade.
Uh,
Placing swarm grenade.
But again, a similar buy to that third round buy where he was going to be a disadvantaged weapon. And it definitely impacted the round. He swung an Empire in spawn and was unable to get the kill with the Stinger.
Yeah, I wonder if there's some kind of a rank disparity between him and the rest of his team. Maybe he's a lot better, and so he's cocky, or he's a lot worse, and so he doesn't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that should be something that the IGL should be talking to his boy about, making sure everything's running smoothly. Although it is preseason, so it's not a huge deal. Maybe he just wants some sheriff practice. This game's too easy. Pop him! Showstopper!
Oh, but Hillfinger with that nice pick. No head tap in sight, just a couple of
Wait, the
body
shot is
shots.
on my spot here.
Oh, the Shy! Picking up 2, nearly 3 and 4 there before being traded off by Hillfinger.
I know exactly.
Hillfinger with a 3K in position for an ace potentially. In a forward position, sure enough, ready to. Oh, I was gonna say ready to trade, but doesn't quite make it happen. Memepire clutching out the round here with that final kill.
And Empire makes it 4-2. Things are looking good for Espresso after tossing the pistol in the following round. They've really solidified a very tight grasp on this map, not giving Mafiosos a lot to work with.
Yeah, sending them back through the eco phase again, trying to get that money up. Not a pleasant thing for the Mafiosos to be dealing with.
No, not at all. It looks like they're just going to buy up into a couple of stingers here. Again, they just need to take a fast play here. They've been playing very slow even on these ecos. And it's really just biting them in the butt.
Very, very much so. You want chaos in these situations.
The Shy with a nice pick on you.
Oh.
He's dropped it all the way back to elbow, and he's going to swing out and get another... Oh, Gaza from long range takes down the Shy.
Now that is a nice stinger attack.
Wait, he's going to get the rifle, and he is working his way through spawn. The A-hit should be on now. They're going to recollect
and
and
they
rotate.
seem to understand the map control they have here with the full rotate coming from our B players.
Yeah.
Going over there, and we'll see whether or not we can get that completely free
Empire
pick.
is alert. He knows. He knows. Doesn't
He
win the
still
duel
gets picked.
anyways.
Gaza getting the pick, backing off, holding the space. He is completely free if these three players can make it past Gunner here.
Oh,
Gunner with that one beautiful head tap. From utility going out to scan the area. Two players, one with Spike, trying to get into the site. Sure enough, Spike is in the site. Spike is going down. No one in heaven to stop it.
Oh, nice molly from Borga.
And Borga making it happen. 3 attackers here against our 2 defenders.
And they have a null
good
command.
angles.
Fire in the hole!
It would be
One enemy remaining.
that. What? Did he die first and we saw like a delayed animation?
No, he killed him with the stinger. That is just...
But how did the ult not get him?
Just... I don't know. But that's besides the point. Gaza with a huge 3k on the round, a long-range stinger to crack open that A site, and then just waiting for reinforcements, playing very passive. Got a free one on him Empire, and then the rest of the round kind of just tumbled after that.
A nice clutch coming from our attackers there, shifting the momentum back. Now we do have 4 players rushing into B with 1 player tucked away in the corner. They swing out.
Jesus gets the first.
And they do get 2 picks.
The first was on the Borga though, who can get back up. Yeah,
brought back up.
Planted the spike.
We do have 4 players converging from mostly heaven here, and 1 flanking the 3. Sure enough, they get that 1 kill, but immediately traded. That shotgun. 2 attackers left, pushing in, getting picked.
One enemy remaining.
Couple of trades. Gaza with 2 really fast.
Wait, I didn't push. Oh, Gaza, no!
The flick. A full 90-degree flick there, and just immediately taking the win on that fight and the round with it. And the momentum immediately shifts straight back to the Espresso.
Yeah, that was a huge round.
Taking that momentum back here
Release the
is
tension. Good? Let's go.
I struggle for words for it, but it's very, very big.
Yeah, I mean, Mafia would have thrown Espresso into an eco, and they would have probably been able to take the lead, and especially on a map that's historically CG side, I'm not really sure what they consider it now. That would have been just a huge momentum swing for Mafiosos.
Placing swarm
Yeah,
grenade.
absolutely.
Placing swarm grenade.
Now coming off of that strong attack, we do have a little bit of a setup here on B. And the Spike is on A all alone right now.
Jones with a nice open. And that's going to force a rotate.
Exactly where you are.
Oh, and our Cypher here also getting that pick. It's a 3 versus 5.
And they're going
The
to...
Spike rotating to the rest of the team, trying to make sure it doesn't get stolen for free off the trade or some unfortunate situation.
They're stepping on the gas now after those 2 openers. Well, Gunner with a double in mid.
And the space is all taken back. It's a 2 versus 3, and the Spike isn't even down. Well, it's down. It's just in the open.
Gunner with a third nice crisp shot. Gaza in a 1-on-2. doesn't have the spike.
Oh,
He
had to
doesn't
back
have a
off
chance.
So far. Okay, the one goes out.
I'll find you.
Just poke around, trying to get a feel for the situation.
Heard the one heaven. He knows where both are.
Lots of peeking around. He needs to play fast because this position does
seconds
not
left.
favor him. He can be swung at any time. There it is. Tries to get into the sight. This game's too easy. Holding that angle so well. Immediately gets that headshot. Alrighty. Another spike here. Looks to be heading toward B. A little bit of a turnaround there. We'll see whether or not they stick with it. Yeah, sure enough. No, I am seeing a 3 stack from the defenders. Okay, it's splitting off a little bit here. But with the majority of our attackers on A versus the Killjoy setup once again. Really well positioned, very consistently here by our defenders, reading them so well.
Yeah, just a quick note about that last one. There's a 3-on-5 that they were able to. KC was able to turn and win. Gave him 6 and he secured at least a tied half.
Yeah, that is a really strong point.
Jonesy's lurked his way all the way to heaven and gets the opener on a gunner. He had zero clue what was going on. Boombot towards fence. Oh, Hillfinger's got a huge lurk. But it doesn't matter. That's still a huge win from Games Too Easy.
Oh, Borga pushing up too late off of his knife there. He had this.
It's all on
he had the
Empire.
scan against the sentry.
Wait, Empire gets a second. He dropped the bomb.
Spike down A.
Doesn't matter.
Mafiosos getting the pick.
Yeah, Muriel and Jonesy combining for the final 2. That's a 4th. This is still a solid half from the Mafiosos, all things considered. If they are able to get one more, which it looks like they should be able to, given the econ.
Yeah, it really looks like it's going to be a question of 6-6 versus 5-7. Oh, goodness, no, I'm silly. Well, yes, no.
I mean, it's still
no.
possible.
Mafiosos gets up to 5-5 or 5-6, and they either tie it up to 6-6 at that point, or Espresso, having got their buys back, makes it 7-5. I'm not crazy. Now, this is the energy I like to see off of the no-buy round. They just push in like wild people. Utility used. It's a 3 versus 3, and guns are down if they could have gotten to them.
He just does have the opportunity to recover a rifle. The entire team is left in the vicinity.
Yeah, a little bit different there, and it could have totally worked out for them. A little more utility, a little bit more energy. We get up to those guns, take them down. Those fights could have gone completely different off of just a little change.
Spike planted.
Oh, nice shot on the Jonesy. He collided. He caught it.
Oh, wow. And Hillfinger here.
Hillfinger's got a nice
around.
spot.
Might get the flank. Sure enough, there it is. Hillfinger takes down Pizzas, secures the round, even despite that excellent performance by our defenders in the first couple seconds of the round here.
Yeah, Econ's just good enough. Looks like Hillfinger's gonna have to sacrifice full armor, but grand scheme of things, it's not too big a loss. 5 vandals on the or 4 vandals on the other side, you're gonna die to a headshot either way. Yeah, Gaza and Mempire with 2 very impressive halves, and Hillfinger not too far behind. It's just been pretty. No one's been lacking. Everyone came to play tonight.
Yeah, now I do find it interesting how well Hillfinger has been doing this half, because I almost said, oh, it's surprising he's done so well when I've seen so little of his utility, but he's Cypher, and it's attack. He's doing great.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he can pull out in the second half here.
Jones
but starting
nice
it off
open.
explosively. Nice kill from Jonesy. Taking that space, clearing
The shy drops out of heaven and gets one. He gets a second.
Spike down B.
Gaza trading him out there. Gunner getting a pick against Mural. 2 players on the site, 3 trying to retake. An ultimate coming out from
Spike's not even down yet.
One enemy remaining.
And this game's too easy, getting that 1 pick. Me Empire clutching it, or finishing out that round. And
switching sides.
Bringing it home.
Yeah,
There's that
nice
7-5 that I'm not crazy for mentioning.
a real nice round out of Empire and the Shy there. I mean, and then Gunnar, I think he punished that Muriel mid lurk at least 4 or 5 rounds that half. He's just non-stop. He read him like a book, and he just kept doing it. So maybe an adjustment for the regular season you hope they kind of make.
Here.
All right. Now we're going to get into Casey's attack half. I believe this was their map pick.
Time for a field test.
Okay.
So, be interesting to see how they play in their
Now we have Spike sitting in sewer, which is something I've only ever seen teams as coordinated as like tier 1 do. It's just something I don't see. And off of round 1, I'm intrigued. A nice pick coming off of Jonesy here. Empire not able to get any kind of trade off of it, and Borga getting that nade into that position and finishing it out with the pistol.
They've lurked their way up into heaven. We're going to see if Gaza expects this. He does not. Not that. And he still gets the dink!
Wow. Gaza, quick reaction time there. Nearly winning that fight. If he had a ghost, he
And
would.
this game's too easy. Dunks a nade. It's going to be all on to...
Now, there is a
How's that
player on
Muriel
site
coming back site?
behind the screen. Are they cleared? They don't get cleared fast
I got
enough.
second?
They pick both players. The spike is down, and Jesus all alone up in heaven. Picking off Borga and immediately being traded by Jonesy here. Never stood a chance.
Wow.
Just a complete Zerg rush on them.
What an impressive 2K from Muriel there. He was on his own, and he flicked and hit a beautiful shot onto the second player. Shut that hit down. And that is the second pistol in favor of the Mafiosos. Espresso did manage 7 rounds after dropping that pistol. That's a good testament to the gun rounds just going in favor of one team.
Immediate info in mid here, seeing that there's nothing at all there. Now they move forward.
Work with a nice spot under the Shy, but that's it. Hilfinger with an aggressive shot. Drops the bomb.
And backs up. I don't think he realizes that he could have held that bomb. Doesn't matter though, because Borga and Gaza both getting picks.
This game's too easy. And Gunnar on the lurk. But they're reading it, and they shut it down.
That's just one player kind of stuck in mid. Doesn't seem like our defenders, the Mafiosos, know. And it looks like he's going to get out here.
I just don't think they're too interested, for whatever reason.
For a split second, it looked like they were dancing in heaven. Jonesy getting that stinger kill, just flicking it up. Now, that's interesting. This is twice now, very, very short in a row, where we've seen a player going into vent, not looking in the direction they need to be, and then just kind of winning or nearly winning anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy. These flicks are on point tonight.
I think it's 3 then, because there was that... There's been twice where they've just straight up won despite not having the crosshair placement at all, and then there was that dink as well.
Yeah, I don't know how to really explain it. They're just
vented advantage.
It's gonna force Muriel back, and this is fantastic.
Yeah,
and
5 players
shuts the
pushing
open.
in. 4 of them splitting 2 and 2. Heaven in sight. Sight is open. Spike is on ready to go in. Spike going down. Player holding the space for them. Pisa's making everything happen here.
It is all up to Hilfinger on the lurk. Turret watching his position. It's going to make contact right now.
And there it is. Shy immediately knowing where to look. Gets the pick.
Nice.
Wins the round. Secures. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Box. What other synonyms we got? Safeguards. Nah, that one's not too good. Never mind. Alright, moving on. This is going to be a buy-up from both teams here. This game's too easy. Is going to be on a Spectre. We'll see how they fare compared to Mafiosos, who were on that Stinger last time.
Early solo Cypher over here against 3 players.
Curious to see what energy they're going to bring to this attack and whether or not they can break through the utility. A little bit of info. Haunt getting destroyed. Might pull some defenders in the A direction.
Tailfender thought it was clear. Just destroyed. And Gunner with Lurk gets one.
Very nice work on his part. Now the defenders have a little bit of a space problem. They don't know where... They don't have any control of the map. And you're completely surprised there, getting the pick anyway. Another nice flick out of Muriel.
Yeah, and they know the position of the remaining 3 defenders, so they're just booking it towards A. It's going to be all into Jonesy from heaven. No support. He's going to swing out. Gets Gunner.
Oh, Gunner, the one holding the angle, still loses against Evan. The spike is going down regardless, though. It's become a 3v3.
Oh, Empire's got a nice lurk here.
Picks. Sure enough, he does. And with him in position, our Raze doesn't really need to worry about the ramp anymore. Sure enough, it's just an attack through screens. The first one push out immediately gets picked. 2 more, one making their way out. Shy making it work, and Empire finishing out the round is very clean.
Yeah, very nice round.
Good use of info there to know to have all the guns trained on screens, just off of having that one player up in heaven.
Yeah, I
ready
mean,
to pick or lurk.
Yeah, they had Empire up in heaven, and then they had this game Suzy playing bottom ramps. They knew that really the only place this retake could come from was screens, and no need to aim anywhere else. They shut it down pretty quickly.
Don't overthink.
Yeah, taking that threat away from the threat of poking out through door is always such a big one, and taking it away by having that flank where it was strong.
You're being intentional like that Empire. Didn't really draw any other attention elsewhere.
Now we have the 2 players in mid, and again the spike sitting in sewer. Something I have yet to figure out how to make work. Now we have the 4 players having grabbed the spike, ready to go into A. Only 1 player watching the site directly, and then 1 kind of playing the ramp there. A couple of well-placed smokes as they've placed, and they should have the site completely. The spike is going up ramp, however.
Wait, that's 2 big kills.
Some nice kills indeed. 3 versus 3 here. A little bit of poking and prodding going on between the site and the tower. Too easy. Taking the fight, getting the win. Here it is. Spike finally makes its way over here. A little bit of an engagement up in heaven. We'll see whether or not they notice each other. Cypher here up in heaven.
Last player standing.
Oh, the timing.
No flick for Cypher this time.
Nope, and Miro's position noted. The nano swarm going to slow the push even further.
A little bit of peeking and prodding. I'm hoping to see this Killjoy not quite take a full engagement. They do win if anyway though.
Yeah. It was close. It was close. One more missed bullet and Mino drops a body.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where if they're playing perfectly principled, they just hold off and play contact off of a swing into the rest of the site. But it looks like they felt really confident, and it did work out for them. Credit where credit is due. We have the mid spike, which is strange to me because we have so many players ready to push B, and it's separated through that mid where they could get picked or dropped if they try and bring it over. A mostly open site, but a defensive ultimate makes that not at all an attractive target. And sure enough, Jonesy getting that pick completely for free. Borga getting a pick. Mid, is it? And 2 picks in mid. And Spike is down. Spike is being held completely for free.
Remaining.
And the last player is trapped on site. Could have had the pick there, but Empire manages to turn around off of a saddle warning. And it looks like we've got a little bit of a shift in focus here from the Mafiosos, having lost that player. They don't have the 3 versus 1 anymore. They decide that it would just be prudent to throw a trip up and hold the spike. I can respect that. Sure enough, our Killjoy here
30
is
seconds
going to have
left.
to cross that tripwire one way or another. They break it, trying to make some clearing happen. A little bit of util trades. They're so low on time, it looks like they're going to have to push in. We'll see how well they trade each other. Don't even need to. Gaza getting the pick immediately, but Hillfinger completely ready to swing off of that and get the pick. Very well done by them.
Just a great round setting up that trade at the end there. Closing
Oh, yeah.
out. Love to see it.
No, it's a very refreshing thing to see, having casted a little bit of plat. It's not the kind of thing I ever would have seen there. There's just way too much pride there. Whereas with this being minimum plat, it's nice seeing the better coordinated plays.
You're getting a lot more structure, a lot more stability in what they play. Guys are taking some fall damage early. That's something you want to see.
Bring them down.
Got 5 attacking players in mid here. We'll see whether or not they can take the space, but it looks like they're really being repelled well. Sure enough, the utility dump from our defenders is just keeping them out.
Oh, nice shot
As
from
I say that, Jesus.
And then Nate from Borg up bouncing
Heaven
off.
opens up.
It's going to be
I've
all
got your
Everyone's
hers.
clearing their way in. It's almost a free site. They just have that one lurking player. We'll see whether or not the engagement goes well for them.
Muriel
They
did well
clear
here.
it. No, the spiker starts to go
Spike
down
down.
before they even clear it. And it goes down completely for free, Muriel. Well done. Hilfinger also getting a pick here. But Pisa's and Memepire bring it to 3 versus 1.
No one has the bomb. You know Jonesy's position.
Oh, but
though.
with the info as it is, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
There it is. They managed to get the bomb down, and it should be clean sailing from here. Yep, there it is. Killjoy turret goes out, camping along.
Satchel out.
Empire's going to relocate that head.
And there it is. Turret info for the win. Pisa's making it work.
Good closeout on the round there. That's 11. It's looking pretty dang good.
A little bit of an upset very temporarily against Espresso's momentum in the second half, but they're immediately taking it back, and having done as well as they did in the first half, I think they've got this.
Yeah, I think KC's looking very strong, solidified there, or they've kind of settled into this attack half, and they're cruising throughout map win.
I'll find you.
Now, anything can always happen. Nothing is ever settled. Nothing's over till it's over.
Yeah, it's still close enough, but the problem is no one's on site here in case he has a free walkout. He's just already managed to grab
Oh,
Heaven.
goodness. This is looking like 12 to me.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, it's those pistols. Because our slow pistol round players are now on the defense, and
planted.
we have a slow pistol round. Yeah,
Jesus.
there it
Is it
is.
Muriel?
2 players stuck in mid, 3 players pushing in one direction. Sure enough, they all just melt.
4 tries for Espresso.
Match point.
Their teeth will chatter in the cold and dark.
The money is good enough on the Mafiosos. They aren't going to be struggling with any utility or weaponry here. They're going to have everything they need. They've got 3 ults, good for retakes. I mean, they've got a real good shot here. See if how they plan to play this.
Again with the 5 stack here, it's looking like a full strike on A. The knife goes out, doesn't find anything because they're so far back. There are 3 players defending. We'll see if a couple of picks can go out and then how it plays out from there. Everyone watching that angle, they are fully prepared to get a free pick. But it looks like they've convinced themselves no one is going to, and sure enough, from the map it doesn't look like they will.
Face your fear!
A little bit more clearing going out.
Mafiosos don't play anyone on site. They play entirely from Heaven. These passive setups that kind of just let Espresso walk onto the site and get a free plant. whenever they
And
want.
Jonesy here getting that all-important trade, managing to keep them their foot in the door on this round win. Jonesy pushing into the site, managing to get that pick against Gunner, and Gaza Mural, and Gaza getting a second.
Wow.
And the round just goes. The chaos off of that raised double satchel immediately played out in their favor. Guns turned and people flashed and pushed in, and I don't know what happened besides the raise, but it worked.
That is some next level movement from Jonesy there. I mean, just hopping his way through with the bounce packs or the blast
That was
packs.
impressive.
That was
Because I know it takes a decent amount of practice to consistently be able to blast pack like through a doorway, and he made a good distance after he'd gone through it.
Yeah.
So that looked like well practiced work.
He leapfrogged over 2 players and then still had the aim control to flick onto Gaza. It's just beautiful.
Well, it was well done. Oh goodness, the counter double satchel only gets the one. It looked like briefly there was.
Oh, Jonesy's taking this round into his hands. He's got 3, and he's still very healthy.
Wow, and the spike being down, Astra having pushed up to join them, the 2 players completely disconnected. This game's too easy. He's going to have some difficulty rotating over there.
He still wins it.
Hillfinger does have the advantage there, but does not manage to get the
Player
win.
standing.
A very well principled trade. Gunner managing to take out the 1 against Jonesy, but immediately being traded by the Astra.
Yeah, this might just be a saber from this game's too easy. Not really wanting to aggress him. Drop a rifle. I think the money's fine where they could still buy up even if he drops. But
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they were just taking a moment for the IGL to take stock of their finances and figure out which round they're buying.
True. No utility.
30 seconds left.
The raise need is 2 away. Oh, that's a freebie. Oh.
Nearly having that second pick against Gaza, and then it would have been the 1v1. Could have gone any way easily.
Courage, but no one.
Is that a little bit of team
disappointing.
DMO?
I would have loved to have seen the win.
Gaza rubbing it into his teammate's face. After dying there, looked like.
That goes there.
Yeah, Mafiosos made it to 10. They made it to double digits, and they're looking pretty strong towards the end here. See how long it lasts.
We do have the full buy again from Espresso, even without that save. And again, with 5 players on one side, it really feels like they won a strong advantage, and now they just are disrespecting Mafiosos a little bit. Just a little bit. Because this game does not feel like it was played with 5 stacks until right at the 12 mark. Maybe like a round or 2 before at most.
Comes the slight hit.
Yeah, sure enough.
And they're just getting it
coming
up.
out. Nades going in. Sight take happening. Yeah, completely for free. Hopefully they get a spike down pretty promptly here. Sure enough, they do. And I'm curious to see what this retake looks like. We do have 1 on the flank. That could be huge, depending on how well they play out the making pressure or picks happen off it.
1 enemy.
Berga and Muriel both getting picks. Jones the ID also getting 1, and it's 1 player left versus the world. Mafiosos bringing it up to 11.
Yeah, this game's too easy. Used too much ammo. He wasn't even gonna have a chance. Flick on, use the remainder to take down 3.
And the buy's gotta be broken now. Hasn't it been? Like, no, it looks like Espresso still has the buy even after those 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, maybe a minor sacrifice somewhere, but still should be fairly strong. I think 1 player's gonna have to drop to light armor, but that's gonna be about it.
But I was seeing 1 dude with 6k, so it wouldn't surprise me if they somehow managed to stretch it out. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it'll be close, but even still, 1 player on 25 is fine enough. Empire gonna be dialing something up here in the final round. Mafiosos have looked strong. This is the 4th and final try for Espresso to close out this map, and then we move on to Haven.
Now, I do respect the timeout, and I'm really hoping that they address the fact that for these last, 3 rounds, 4 rounds we were looking at on the scoreboard, they've just kind of lost, and I swear, maybe I'm crazy, but every single time
in those 3-4 rounds, they've been 5 stacking. So I really want to see a proper principled play again coming from the Espressos here. Okay, it looks like I'm getting my wish. Hopefully they can stick with it, make it happen, do it properly.
This goes here.
Here we go. A little bit of a Cypher setup, playing solo against our 3 players on B side. Some utility being traded in mid. Everyone seems to know that there's fun things going on.
A nice
Spike backs
eye.
off a little bit. Yeah.
Ooh,
He's
nice
getting some
spam.
really beautiful spam there, like you said.
Borga's still alive. That's all that matters.
I'm-
You can still win a
Looks
shot
like-
and win a fight.
And the lurk in A, we'll see whether or not a fight happens. It seems like the Astra saw something, but didn't quite make anything happen out of it.
The Shy's made
And the
me.
Shy, there it is,
Wow.
the Shy getting that pick. Like, sorry, the Shy, that's the name. I just called them Astra before.
I've got your
But yeah, getting that pick and backing off completely for free. Opens up mid completely, and now it's a 4 versus 1 for the B site with multiple angles at play.
Oh,
The
and
Shy
that'll
getting
do
another pick with the spam.
30 seconds.
And
This
it-
should be Espresso's round. If
Yeah.
this isn't Espresso's round, so help me, we're gonna have problems. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't want no overtime.
Planted.
Goodness, no.
There's no way Jonesy and Hilfinger are able to do it. Hilfinger does get the first. They're making their way out on the
Player
site.
standing.
And there it is. The trade based on information, a little bit delayed, but the info is more than enough to make it happen. And with 3 players and utility and hopefully an Astra Star or 2.
No, it looks like he's
user
out.
interface is in the way. There we are. Let's see.
Oh, Jones with a shot.
The ultimate, though. It looks like they're just going to wait for the tap.
And that'll
The
do it.
timing was magnificent, sure enough. Espresso's winning the round, winning the half as predicted, winning the round with it. Sorry, match. Nope. Map. That is the word I'm looking for. It is a map. This was a map.
Yeah.
But anyway, split going to the Espressos. A really, really good performance. And despite it looking...
All right.
That was a fantastic first match.
Yeah, fantastic first match. Also, Gumba Yum's here. Welcome, Gumba Yum.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so
I thought that match was spectacular. What did you think?
I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. One of the games of all time, in my opinion. So analysis mode. I'm checking the feed here. I'm just making sure everything's good. Okay, it is not good. You're not good.
It was a very close 13-11 match.
It was.
I like
Definitely
to
a
see
very
close
close
games like that. Very competitive.
Yeah, all right. So, I have a ton of notes. I'm so excited to share them. You're not ready for this. So, round 1, right? So they have the default by the attackers here. So the attackers in the first half were the Mafiosos. In my notes, I wrote attack and defense, not team names. So you can see both fades haunts and find nothing with that. So they were just hiding from the fade, and then the attackers, they rotate to mid. Okay, but I gotta get used to skipping up here. So the attackers rotate mid, and they execute B heaven here. So they're all going up here. Oh, that's too big. Okay. Excuse me. So then they rotate mid and execute B heaven. And you can see they smoke off the stairs here. I just get my pen out. So they smoke off the stairs here, but Sky is still here. And then I do believe they find the pick on Sky. Okay, so they get the trade off. And then they run onto site. And you can see Astra lurks in male, which you'll find is good for the attackers. So Killjoy
happens to be peeking CT to see if she can catch someone, and she dies because that's like what 1v3. She does get a trade though, so that's good. I think with the setup she had, I think in my opinion, it might have been a bit easier to maybe wait for the rotate or let your utility maximize off your utility. Of course, I shouldn't say your because I'm not talking directly to Killjoy, but the Nano Swarm here, that's not really going to get much done because they're pushing out of heaven. But the turret up on rafters, you could potentially find something with that. I hope no one gets mad at me for saying it, but yeah, we'll find out the hard way. Well, I will. And then Astra catches the other Astra off guard, and she kind of stalls not Joan Idols. That's this game's too easy. Astra gets Gunner and is traded out, and then it's left in 2v1, and the attackers win the round. So that was the first round. I like to talk about the first round because it's the most detrimental round of the game. And so skipping to round 3. Let me just check. Yep, round 3. So you can see the attackers are playing mid and B main over here. And you can see Astra on the defensive team is lurking up A, and she says to her team, hey, there's nobody A. So the rest of the defenders rotate to mid and B. And what you're going to see is that Astra is able to lurk up sewers and catch one of the attackers. You can see, though, on the map, like, Muriel was definitely aware of it. It's just Astra just happened to catch him first, the defending Astra. And then, so the defending Astra falls back, and then the attackers group up mid here. Let me just double check my notes. Alright, so Vent is just pushed hard by the attackers right now. If I skip ahead a few seconds. So Cypher finds a pick on Gunner here. He runs with his team to Vent. The defending Raze finds Gaza as Jonesy trades him out. And then it's left in a 2v3, but you'll see that unfortunately they don't think of the Astra being on site, or they don't check it, which is unfortunate. I mean, they weren't exactly favored to win the round in the first place just because it's bonus. But, maybe it probably could have been... I shouldn't say it could have been better because then people will get mad at me. But that's not what I'm trying to say either. So, next round, round 4. Okay, I gotta skip ahead a bit here because I think Jonesy disconnected. Yeah, let me just... by the way, I'm just using the YouTube VOD, so sorry if it's like a little off at some point. So right here, you can see it's another B mid split. And you can see Sky here pushes B main right here. Which I think is Peezus. Sorry. So yeah, Peezus is kind of taking that aggressive angle. I notice, that's normally what people would do. But Peezus decides to step up a little bit more because no one really peeked. But they were just kind of waiting for someone to push up, and they were able to capitalize on that. So from there, they execute B split here, and in the heaven, Hillfinger is able to catch someone. Let's see, and then just the trades all come through. The Cypher ult comes through, so they have the info. But it does, yeah. But then the defenders win. So it's whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to talk about just pushing up on the extremities. It's important, but it's kind of like, when will the attackers realize that you're doing that? And that leaves it to some kind of risky, because on round 9, if I skip ahead here, 5-minute warning? Okay, cool. I got plenty of time here. So, see round 9 here. If you skip ahead a little bit, you can see that Sky and Astra both push up on the extremities here, looking for a pick. And you can see the attackers kind of play a similar game where they're just kind of waiting for that defender to peek, and then Joan Idols is able to get that pick on the Sky. So then they respond by smoking that. I believe that is the defender's smoke because of the color. And then you can see that in the top right here, Hillfinger is able to catch the Shy here with his, well, with nothing, because the Shy pushed up here. So already, it's 3v5, so it's not favorable for the defenders right now, but they do have the Killjoy ult. The Cypher ult comes in to see who's playing where. So that kind of stalls the defenders a bit. So then they go up to the B split, but it kind of takes a minute because Cypher has the bomb here. You can see the trades start coming in, and the bomb is just kind of left out to dry, And then the defenders are able to play this strong cross angle and win the round here. And let's see here. All right, I just gotta check to. All right, round 14. So this is switching to the half, switching at the half here. That's round 13. Round 14? Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about this round. So now the Mafiosos are on defense and King of Coffee is on attack. So what happens here, you can see Cypher is lurked up in B main, and the King of Coffee is kind of looking up mid, but you have the Fade lurking and the Sky lurking. You can see Cypher pushes up towards Market, if I get my pen out here. So you see he's pushing up into B lobby very aggressively to see if he can find someone. And he does. He finds Peasus. And once he gets that kill, even though the bomb, the bomb's down now. And obviously that's in a position where he can't hold that. All right, cool. But he can't hold that, so he has to fall back. And I'm glad he falls back because that's normally the correct decision. It's just not the decision most people make in ranked games and all that. I digress. So let's see, what else did I want to talk about on this round? So yeah, the Fade die. So the Fade is lurking. The attacking Fade's lurking A. I'm all for the lurk. It's just I don't know if Fade has the utility to be able to lurk that well. So Gunner is shot there. I think with Fade, you kind of have to be closer to your team. I think you want to send out the Sentinel to lurk because, that's kind of the main purpose of them. I'm not saying it was a bad choice. It can work. It's just a lot easier with the Sentinel. So let's see here. I just want to let's see, round 21, round 16. I got 2 minutes. I'm good. I got 1 minute. All right. Oh yeah, that's fine. All right. Well, I guess we're done here. I'll turn it over to Gumba. I'm glad you all could be here to watch this little analysis in between the maps. Switch to Gumba.
Yeah, that analysis was great. Got us a solid insight into the team's strategy and what they did on Split. I'm very excited to go into the second map. Hopefully it's as close as this one. I believe it's Haven. Hopefully it's another close match like this 13-11 Split game. But with that being said, we're going to get back in the lobby and send it over to our casters. We are not.
Nate said stream was buffering.
Okay, there we go.
And there it is. I am assuming that we are back on the air. Very, very good.
Smooth. All right. Muriel hopping into that. Omen, love to see it. Omen's probably my favorite agent in the game right now. He's a ton of fun to play with. Figure on the KJ. Seems to be the meta Sentinel right now. Chamber's completely fallen out of grace, and then Cypher's kind of that second option. And Sage, mainly an icebox pick, and, well, mine doesn't really exist anymore. So.
I'm curious who it is that they're going to pick for smokes on the defense. Oh, there we are. Omen.
Yep,
there we are.
This is a very simple comp coming out of KC right now.
And finally breaking the potential mirror here, KO being picked as opposed to the Sky.
Yeah, from what I remember in Combines, Pieces was tagged as a little bit of a Sky one-trick, and I hope he corrects me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what was noted about, which is fine. Sky's a very, very good agent, but it does deny the opportunity of a mirror comp here.
Yeah.
Choose your agent.
Yeah, because KO is a very strong agent on this map. It took a little while for it to be, like, noted, but I remember seeing some really, really good educational videos about just how strong he was and how, I think it was 100 Thieves was putting him to really good use. That was a little while ago, though.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. 100 Thieves are a very dominant team right now.
Yeah.
But this game's too easy. Noted Raze one trick, stepping off Raze for this map. On a Jet, which is a very, very classic agent on Haven, has really never faded out of the meta comp.
Yeah. So, I mean, they definitely took a step back when Chamber was all the rage.
Yeah.
100%. But with Chamber having been pushed out of that operator role, it's good to see Jet come back a little bit to fill those shoes a bit.
Definitely. Looks like pretty default setup from the defense so far. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping in one round we get to see Empire create the meat grinder in that garage connection to the C site. That's probably one of my favorite util combinations. You get that alarm button in there and double mollies, and then that can slice up some damage real easy.
Yeah.
We
do have the Omen rotating A side, leaving B completely empty. A very unfortunate situation for our defenders as 4 attackers lurk up towards B without the spike, mind you. Looks like they're just retrieving that now.
This is looking like a very calculated risk. They are converging on the site very quickly. Jonesy
getting that pick. Really, really important pick. Opening up the site for them, making sure that they buy enough time to make it all work. And with the players pushed off of attacking from A, really leaves a lot of pressure on Jonesy here. Getting that next pick against Memepire. The Shy managing to trade, but he's already got his 2 for the round. A decent advantage earned by him for his team. 3 players on the site, one holding a little bit of space.
Shy gets his second.
A big push going in. Shy and Gunner one getting fixed. And now
Oh,
it's
on
all
the
up to Mural to try and
sprays just off.
Sprays it down, but doesn't manage to get the pick. Oh, close, really.
It's just to the left. Wasn't able to land the bullets that you need. And the round goes in favor of KC. And that is the first pistol going in favor of KC. Just a...
Okay, and we do have those buys coming out from our defenders off of maybe, but I do have a shield buy. Seeing quite a few marshals and a bulldog.
Yeah, I think they're just counting on unarmored individuals that can kind of one tap with the marshal.
Yeah, fair enough. But even this stinger here seems very strange to me. There we are, that first shot going out. 5 attackers in mid here. Again, And we do have a couple of players holding in all the directions here. The Shy hasn't completely left the site. He does immediately see when they get in this time. Information is gained. Gunner getting that pick with that Bulldog, not letting them push out of B towards C again. And it looks like our attackers have been restrained to the front half of the site. They cannot seem to break through to the back. Spike goes down on site. Raze finally manages to take a little bit of space forward and beyond A, but the rest of their team just melts behind them, and this game's too easy, managing to pick up that final pick and securing the round.
Yeah, very clean round from Espresso's there. In that second, and I thought potentially that's what happened. This game's too easy. Got the Sheriff kill. I thought maybe he was saving for a third round up, but doesn't have the econ for it. So they're tossing some guns around to the Shy, making sure everything is hunky-dory for this bonus round.
We do have that full buy coming from our attackers, so this is the time when we don't really expect a big momentum change. This next round after this, unless our defenders manage to pick up a round, then we're seeing a huge momentum change. Sure enough, Borga getting that opening pick with the gun advantage, and a little bit of chip damage against both Killjoys, as well as the clear. There it is, Gunner getting a pick, getting away for free.
No, he does not. Hilfinger shuts him down. A little bit of team damage on the Hilfinger there.
One player on the site here, 3 converging behind him. Oh, there it is, that drone goes out, gets the scan. Muriel getting that pick off of it. Good team coordination there. 2 players off the site here, smokes all over the place. No real way to make the entry happen. And as I say that, the smokes go back down. So they have a couple of angles to play off of, but they don't have that gun advantage. And they're playing at a little bit of range, just a little bit. Really getting that angle against the Raze there a couple times, but she just backs off by fluking every time. Gaza getting the Shy. And we left down to just Meanfire here. All in their lonesome with a stinger.
He's just gonna die to bomb.
Yep, he wants that money.
Wants the money,
Tries to chase one down, tries to maybe get a pick for the even more so money. Doesn't quite get it. And there's the Mafiosos getting that round. No massive momentum change, but this round here, I'm excited to see which direction it goes. It'll really determine the opening direction of the match here.
And the buys are coming now. No early round op. This game's too easy. So, wonder if we're ever going to get to really see that brought into play. I haven't seen it at all so far in this 1 and 3 rounds. 1 map 3 rounds.
There it is. And going out, getting a little bit of chip against the Killjoy. Not too much though.
I'm just surprised the shot hit in the first place. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, the shot's got a beautiful spot. We'll see if Jonesy expects it. He doesn't. Give it a knife. Oh, okay.
He doesn't know who's following. Here it is, Spike. Spike and one more player, both playing A side, but there's a pair of defenders here ready for them. That gun advantage really giving the defenders a good position to work off of, and they're doing a good job of it.
I think your friend's a
A
knife.
trade? Oh, not a trade, just a pick. Hillfinger taking down Gunner, giving them access to B, getting that plant down.
Spike planted.
And we'll see whether or not Gaza can keep the space here. It's a really important pick in my mind for them. And sure enough, he does get that pick.
Oh, what a flash! But he flashes himself.
Muriel getting a kill here.
Oh, the Shy tucks.
He's got some fortunate angles here. The Shy swinging, not necessarily. Well, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe not necessarily the best swing. Could have just let Jet do their thing. Pick when he tries to push forward. But it worked out really well for them anyway.
Yeah, it didn't matter. The Shy, the hot start, 5 kills already in the first 4 rounds. pretty solid. Not usually something you expect from a controller player.
Yeah, fair enough.
But both controllers notably leading the way so far.
Target out.
Pretty solid, pretty solid. Only real lapse here right now on Espresso's the half shields on Gunner. Other than that, they're looking to build up this very solid CT side.
Yeah. And sure enough, Espresso having taken that big advantage, they've got the momentum, they've got the round advantage, and they have that first map. So it's really looking like I suppose it would be their match to lose, I guess.
Yeah, we still do have a lot to play, but early on they're just poised to win this quite easily.
Yeah. Strong man.
Jonesy trying to isolate that duel, but unable to get it his way.
Gunner
No
getting
way.
2 picks, and Memefire managing to get one as well,
And Peaches
leaving
is still
one
alive.
player running around with the spike.
What
And
the
I
heck?
don't think they're going to expect this jet here.
No,
They're
not at
looking
all.
forward, and turns completely around right as easy. Turns the corner on them, gets the pick completely for free without any forewarning at all for the Killjoy.
Very nice defensive play there. And the economy starting to build up. This is looking pretty dangerous for the Mafiosos if they're not able to get around here.
Yeah, this is a big round for them. They either need a momentum swing or this half is not going to look good for them. And this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
They're just going to lose too many rounds if they don't take this one.
Yeah, if they don't win this
They've got
round,
that 5-man push, which I'm not a fan of.
No.
It looks like a desperation play in my mind. The ultimate is coming out here. Denies them a lot of progress.
Shy is so low, and he's just still chilling in his smoke. He has a lot of faith right now.
Oh, I wanted to see him just sit in that smoke until an enemy pushed in.
And Muriel takes out Empire out in middle. And Hilfiger drops his escape. This is looking good.
Yeah, Mafiosos are poised to get their wish this round. Pizzas, though, not going to give it to them for free. Getting that pick against Muriel in mid takes away a lot of the pressure. And Gunner getting a pick against Jonesy. And it's a 3 versus 2.
And he
On site,
whiffs the dart.
one on each
Where
side,
is that
lots of angles
going?
to come from. They can play the pressure games all day long with the way they've set
Oh,
up.
the wrap.
Player standing.
Gaza there with that pick, leaving it all on Gunner to win the round.
Crossfires are pretty strong.
Ace.
Gets the 1, but gets traded.
Gunner doing the best he can, some good eco damage, but that's about it.
There it is, that desperately needed momentum. They've got their guns a second round in a row. They did lose quite a few guns there, but they're going to be able to buy up anyway. The defenders, on the other hand, having come off of 4 out of 5 rounds, still have nearly a full buy. It looks like they're confident enough to put a sheriff in the hands of their jet. Again, with the 4 players pushing in one direction and one kind of holding off in another.
They do have a nice lurk smoke set up here that Empire should be expecting something, but he just hits a clean shot on board through the smoke. They hadn't even exited yet.
Goodness gracious. The ultimate there, managing to clear them some space. They have complete free entry onto the site, and they have the Omen having ulted all the way into the back.
Yeah, this is looking good for Mafiosos right here. But Empire is
Very,
reading
very
it.
strong position.
We'll see how long he decides to hold it. They can't hold this forever.
I need Muriel not to get himself killed here. He wins the
And
round if he
he
doesn't get himself killed here.
Gets himself killed. Gunner takes down Gaza through the garage. And he's
Now
on the
it's a 4v2.
flank. Okay.
They managed to get that extra
Still
pick.
doable.
Jonesy, good aim.
Still
Hilfinger
doable.
as well. And the spike is open for them. They get that pick as well. Hilfinger crushing it this round. Picking up the slack where Muriel left it off. Will be Empire even 1 kill? No, he will not. Hilfinger really picking up that slack, as I said. Well done to him.
That is a 4-on-2 that Espressos were unable to close. Mafiosos cut it to 1, and it's going to be a little bit of a scattered buy from Espresso. The Mafiosos have a beautiful chance to close it, or to tie it up here.
And Hilfinger having taken that top spot on the attackers by kills off of that round. Well done.
Yeah, I believe he had a 3K and all 3 come in that 4-on-2.
Yeah,
Very
during the
nice
clutch.
job.
Well done to him.
And
with 5 players all playing the same part of the map, and sure enough, hearing the noise, it looks like the Espressos have realized the play style. They've pushed up their killjoy of all players very aggressively.
Oh, what a shot!
This game's too easy.
What a shot!
2 headshots in a row! Hilfinger and
Shuts it
Muriel
down.
each getting a couple of kills here. Hilfinger getting the 2, Muriel getting another.
Enemy remaining.
A site is completely open, and Muriel gets another.
Wow.
That killjoy is the last one left.
Recalling my bot.
Wow.
It looked good for KC for a second there. They got that double opener, but the stronger weaponry rang true and closed it out.
Yeah, it looked excellent. They got those 2 headshots in the beginning, and I feel like they just didn't have that second player, or if that second player managed to pick up another kill there and long, it would have been a much different round.
Yeah. No one's holding for this walk-up right now. Empire does have a good opportunity on Hilfinger, and he does win the fight, but he's incredibly low.
And does not have enough time to get the defuse. We'll see if he can get a
Looks
pick
like
off of this.
Oh,
gets flashed right as he tries to swing. Not the kind of fight he wants to take there.
That is unfortunate. But you're now all tied up. Can we get the out for the first time? No, this game too easy. He's going to elect to buy that candle. I don't know if we're going to see it at all in this 2-map set, which is fine. There's a little bit of an exciting moment. You can hit some stick flicks.
Oh, yeah.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah,
Now, pardon me while I take a silent moment just to have a beaming smile and look at the map. I'm really enjoying the show.
Yeah, I mean, we got again this 5-man default towards the middle. They're just putting some pressure, forcing some conversions onto B, but it's also given KC a ton of opportunities to mold the strategies of the map. In this round, they're not going to take advantage of it. Jonesy takes down pieces, but that's the spike.
Yeah, they know where it is. It's backing off now. Some good trades, not necessarily trades, but kind of an effective trade, having picked against opposite teams in different parts of the map.
Yeah, the one benefit is Espresso took 0 damage on their quote-unquote trade. Jonesy's on 30 HP. That is going to play a huge factor into the rest of this round. And this is for the lead here.
We have the lead out of the
Muriel's low too.
So trying to ultimate here, but getting a little bit blocked by his teammates.
Shy with
the
the
shy, just full speed, no brakes. Gets it. And this game's too easy. Getting that pick against Borga.
What
is a spray going out against the spike, but does not manage to make anything happen against it. And Muriel doesn't seem to realize the intensity of the situation.
Yeah, I think.
And the spike gets diffused just like that. We'll see if he can get a pick here. There it is. He gets something out of it. Just at the nick of time.
That was a very, very late lurk. I don't think I've seen a lurk that late in my life.
Yeah, a lurk that happens after the spike is down.
Yeah, definitely a misread on the situation by Muriel, and Espresso capitalized, and they regained the lead.
Yeah. I mean, potentially he had some kind of reasonable explanation why he was there, and then suddenly the team was gone, and was like, well, let's make the best of it. I can only hope that that's the case. But here we have the spike going in the direction of C. That consistent lurk forward smoke from their Omen. I love to see it. It's something I haven't incorporated much myself, so it's interesting to see the way that they play around it.
Bomb buddy out.
A little bit of a counter smoke there, much harder to lurk forward of that. We have a decent amount of map control from the attackers, despite having those 3 players all bunched up.
I think with a nice lurk in and shuts down pieces. Good aggression. Basically, he's going to punish the jump up.
Yeah, a little bit of overextension off that pick. The spike is going down. And full sight control.
Muriel's
something of a retake to making an attempt, but very good work by Muriel.
And now he's going to double back through B. Ooh, Jonesy. Jonesy!
Oh,
Clean as you like, double kill.
And that one player getting flanked by the Omen a little bit, taking away his angles. Seems like the team knows where they have to be now. Decent amount of focus on Garage. I like the overlap of the views here. As I say that, the overlap failed him a little bit there. Porga getting that final pick of the round there. Just barely managing to get the angle.
You're tied back up. I mean, Muriel's been lurking all series, and that's fine. That's what a controller does a lot of the times. But if he tweaks some of his lurks a little bit more, he's going to be so annoying to play against, and Mafiosos are going to have a ton of success. But there's just been a couple rounds where they're over aggressive, super late, and Espresso punished her before.
Yeah, it's one of those one trick problems where you realize where you kind of crutch on it a little bit and you gain some rank, and then it's really hard to give it up once you get to that rank where it just stops working for you. I had a little bit of a similar with Viper lineups where I realized that the best Viper lineup is often the one I don't use.
Wait, what's going on here? Wait, they ulted. It's a QB sneak, and the Shy shut it down. He doesn't care.
Skillfinger and Gaza
and knows what's going on.
In the attacker spawn, and he just was that potentially a collat?
It's possible, but he's got the read.
Only looking at the last split second on the minimap there before the attack.
Shy isn't able to get any more kills. Pisa shuts it down, but I mean that's a great read from the Shy. As soon as he saw the two players walking away from short, he knew exactly what was happening and sprinted as fast as his legs could carry him all the way to C. And there was zero chance there for the Mafiosos.
Yeah, well done there. Some beautiful picks coming out from our defenders here. Espresso taking that round, putting them in a position where, again, it's a 6-6 or a 7-5 in their favor.
Placing alarm bot. Time out.
Yeah, I'm thinking we get a repeat story. The scriptwriters that here in VDC, we're not paid enough. I think we're getting another 7-5 half.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ooh, Gunner with a nice shot. Shuts down Muriel.
A lot of damage against him. Backs off. Looks like we're going to be playing for a retake here. Let them have the site. There's only 2 players here. It's a full rush. Ultimates are out. Just let them have it. Spike is going down.
Yeah, we'll see if Gunner can link up with Pieces at some point. It doesn't look like it's possible on the double flank. It's a very fast double flank. Pressure.
Nice pick.
Yeah, pressure from the site. I mean, this is not looking good. They should be hurrying up this flank. Gaza is very vulnerable.
He manages to get that one pick with his ultimate, but Empire and another player I missed both got picks, and then Pisa's here finishes out the round. Taking that 7-5 as predicted. It's almost like we knew from the script.
Switching sides.
Yeah, like I said, we're not paid enough here. 7-5, just maybe not a 13-11. Maybe we can get it over a little bit sooner. We can all go to bed. You know what I mean?
True enough. Yeah, see, this is the part where the scriptwriters got bored. We're about to see 6 rounds in a row for the Espresso. Yeah, totally. I will now proceed to cast as though they won 6 rounds in a row, regardless of what happens.
Hey, that's what we're here for. Knife can get a little bit of intel on, I think, probably 2 players there. It's going to be a repeat of the Mafiosos' early pistol round B push. Except for they're getting double flanked.
Oh, this Omen on top. He has the angle and the
Wait, the Shy!
Porga does not realize what's going on.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Empire shuts it down.
Placing swarm
lot of trades, a lot of
Spike
damage going back
planted.
and forth really fast here, but Espresso coming out on top with 3 players versus 1, lurking forward, and the Espresso just trying to figure out feel for where he's at. Here's that gunfire. I'm expecting an appropriate response. Sure enough, Smoke comes
I
out.
think the Shy wants a knife. I do not see a gun in his hand.
That, yes, okay, he does teleport. He brings the gun back out. And there it is. He gets that pick completely for free. Well done.
Yeah, that's the second pistol. Espresso able to win the pistol rounds on this man. Clear. And
this is the part where they just bonus, or not bonus, but they buy, and then they just keep winning.
yeah, right. And then we're all out of here by
Speaking
10,
of
15.
the 3 Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're getting aggressive here with this buy. It could get spicy if a gun were to fall in the Mafiosos' hands.
Yeah, fair enough, but still, I really think that with the skill diff and the gun diff, Espresso is probably just going to take the round. Sure enough, immediate pick against Jonesy, and Haven being what it is, losing a defending player so fast like that means you're going to have some gaps, you're going to have some difficulty controlling the area. Now Muriel managing to dodge that flash. A little bit of a boon to the team. We'll see whether or not it plays out for any advantage. Now with some noise having gone out C and B, we don't have any players remaining on A, and it's a full rotate in that direction. Now the one is going back, and there is the turret there. We'll see what the fight looks like when it plays out. I'm actually kind of hoping to not see anyone short for another little bit of progress on long. Come on, come on. Oh, the turret sees it. I'm hoping to see this push now. Sure enough, Smoke comes out. Controller entry, as God intended.
And that's the site defense, and that's the round.
More or less. We can always see a miracle, but with the gun diff and the site control, and that's a big one. When you have the gun advantage like that, and you control the space where the fights go down, it means that they can't take your guns. That's really important.
Last player standing.
What?
Muriel and Gaza both die to fall.
What?
Alright. But also I was saying, like, I credit a decent amount of the reason I'm in plat as opposed to not being in plat like before. Because I started round 2, I convinced my team on attack, hey, we won, let's buy Spectre Heavy Shield and Full Rush, because then, number 1, we trade easier that way, because we're yelling hard left, hard right. And number 2, because we're trading and pushing forward, they don't get our guns. There's no break off where they just win a gun and win.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Someone got tagged. Go fingers low. Early exchange. Empire wins against Jonesy. Gaza shock darted himself, I think. Looked like. Things not looking good for the Mafiosos here on their first gun run.
Blocking sight.
Pardon me, but was that a trade or a long distance trade?
I don't think there was any trades. Empire won in Garage, and then there was one on.
Yeah, long distance trade.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. You're calling that bad.
Yeah, no.
My bad.
Yeah. No, it's fair. I'm being ridiculous. Well, we got the 2 players here from Espresso. One
Piece is just
from
missed the timing.
Mafiosos.
And Gaza's gonna clean it up. Oh! Hang on now.
Gaza's nearly managing to hit that shot with the Marshall.
Oh, Hillfinger shuts it down. The Shy in the 1-on-3. 2 players are low. This is extremely doable.
Yeah, he's got that Bulldog.
30 seconds left.
A formidable weapon, and with the Vandal.
Oh, he switched it over. Big
gets. Oh, goodness. He nearly made it away, but it doesn't look like he was going to make it regardless with that flick over in the direction where he teleported. And here we are, round 4 of the half. Guns for both sides? Yes, questioning my own sanity here for a moment, but almost full guns for both sides. Mafiosos here. Looks like from the eco they may have got desperate a little bit last round. Spent some money that they maybe shouldn't have. And Espresso here with that full gun set up.
Oh, Jonesy's pushed down very far.
Empire, though, still wins.
Yeah, able to adjust and shut him down. And this C hit's going to be on. It's going to be fast. Muriel has it all to do, playing from back flat. TP onto site.
And the Spike having gotten onto site.
Oh, he hears the shot
Chopping
back
it.
flat.
Those are there.
Oh, Gaza
Two players
comes
on
on
the
the smoke.
site. Spike is here, not quite down yet. We'll see whether or not this can be denied again. But Gunner picking Kaza, one player left against the world. Spike down, time not on their side, and and the off angle not serving their side.
Very big gunner from Espresso, and it's going to put the Mafiosos onto a very weak buy here. This should be 11 pretty easily if they don't toss.
Yeah, no, almost as the script goes. Espresso here, taking a strong lead out the first 4 rounds of this half. Now C is completely empty. Completely empty, and the Spike is leaning in that direction. It looks like they're not quite set on the idea. The Jonesy here pushing up quite aggressively. He's in the window. Might be able to make something
He's going to get elbow drummed out. Jonesy's going to get pushed out.
Ooh, they've
a
heard him,
smart
I
play.
suppose. Backing off, we'll see if they can... They
Oh,
know
he
they're
gets
there.
shocked.
Is there util? Is there util?
There should be plenty of util to shut him down.
There it is. Shock dart coming out. Swarm grenade coming out. Spray coming out.
And he's still alive,
Oh.
and he gets a kill.
He gets a pick instead.
What?
Oh, that
KC's
lucky
doing
man.
it. Yeah, they're doing it.
Gaza getting a pick as well. It's 3 versus 5.
What
Gun
happened?
advantage has not served Espresso at all. The script has been flipped. Oh, not quite flipped. We're gonna see Espresso win overall. I'm sure of it.
Jonesy's still playing on B, hanging out. Brings out, okay, odds are even. Hillfinger's on this
There it
flank.
is.
Oh, that's the Spike! And that's a rifle gifted over.
Why are... I'm just processing that the defenders are in the attacker spawn ending window. We have had a full role reversal.
Bro, this is a good time.
Empire and Pisos
Alright.
both getting those picks, managing to finish out the round and get the money as well off of that Spike plant. Never mind. No extra money.
No extra money. But they are kind of rolling in it right now, so I don't think they're super concerned. I mean, that was
fair enough.
That was a really good 2v2 from Espresso there. I thought maybe they'd bring the Seekers into play just to give another obstacle for Mafiosos to deal with there, but they just decided to out-aim them.
Yeah, see, they have the power of just kind of winning.
Yeah.
It really does feel like that sometimes, where it's like, oh man, it's so close. Will the Mafiosos win, or will the Espressos once again utilize the power of just kind of winning?
This is 4-man side hold. The Gunner still wins the first pick.
I've got your
Yes, just kind of winning that first fight.
Yeah. And, who's that? That's low. Oh, that's still Gunner. My bad. Regrowth is available, though. We'll see if it comes into play at all. Hopefully it does, because you could use a little bit of what the?
Some nice spray coming out of this game's too easy against Jones' idea.
It's a little easy for him.
Some map control from the attackers, and they seem to have a vague idea that there's a flanker.
And they definitely know now.
Sure
He's going to
enough.
TP out into the open.
Ooh, Gunner giving that pick completely for free. One player ready to push into the site, but there's more than enough players to hold them off. The Spike is counting down so close. Borga getting that first pick of his own for the round, but immediately being traded.
That is 6 map and serious points for Espresso to tango with. And the bio's not looking super savory for the Mafiosos. A Stinger and Bulldog, and no one on full shit with a rifle on full shits.
You know, I was making many jokes about this being 6 in a row in favor of the Espresso, but like, goodness gracious, they're actually nearly pulling it off. I am thoroughly impressed by the amount of like crushing it that they're pulling out at the end here.
Yeah, they look
It
very
was a lot
close.
closer before. As I say that, Muriel taking the advantage first half.
And he's going to blind out to
Espresso's.
try and recover the right. Oh, that's... Wait, no, he's not. He's going to TP down closer.
Get a second pick, Muriel getting a second pick and not letting the Espressos just kind of win. Gunner, though, getting that pick.
Sort of even up the odds, but
a little bit. Make it closer. Make it a fair. Really good chances either way. Certainly an advantage for Mafiosos for the round, but very much could go either way.
Walks out and turns to his right. He's got a knife opportunity.
This is true.
He's gonna shoot him.
He doesn't knife him,
instead.
which is like respectable and stuff, but like, come on, man.
Yeah, we want some
breaking my
entertainment.
heart. Don't go breaking my heart.
30 seconds left.
I wish I knew that song, or I would have got carried along with you. But
okay. So here's the thing: is I tried to think of a song with like "breaking my heart" as the lyrics and couldn't think of it. So I genuinely just freestyled that.
You just freestyled.
Now,
Okay.
I might have subconsciously found a song and not know what it is or recognize it, but I think I succeeded there.
Okay, wait. Hellfinger's got the timing. Oh, he swings a second too late and can't deny the plant.
But the grenade gets it anyway, even though Gunner kills him.
Oh.
One enemy
Oh, Gunner. Gunner getting killed by Jones ID. And this game's too easy. Can win the match right here, right now. Spike was delayed, and the ultimate gets the right click kill. Well done to this game's too easy on winning that round.
Yeah, I mean, this game's too easy in the clutch 1v2. It's very nice. And I think that's all we have. Okay.
Cool.
Second, Espresso just won the series. All right. It looks like the feed's on us, so I guess whenever you're ready, Gumba.
Yeah. Well, that was a great second map. Wasn't as close as the first one, but we saw KC, the Espressos, taking it again for the clean 2-0. Juno, what are your thoughts on that map?
All right, I thought it was a great map in general. The scoreline may not have made it look close, but a lot of the rounds were close. I will say this attacking half was the Muriel show. He was lurking. He was just capitalizing on a lot of lurks. He was getting so many picks. But first, I do want to talk about this first round. No, sorry, round 7. So the Mafiosos, you can see they have a smoke on C long, but they are also pushing C long. And you can see with the shape of the smoke, it leaves a large arc for them to push out of. And a lot of angles to push out of, and they have the flashes to blind the defenders holding it so that they can take sight. It's a risky play, but it can always work, you know? And then you can see here that it does, in fact, work. They get on sight, and the Killjoy actually, this is a pretty good play by Killjoy. She ults the defenders out, or sorry, the attackers out into lobby here. But you can see that Muriel is lurked in their spawn. Just skip ahead a little bit. You can see, unfortunately, he doesn't find anyone there, nor does he break the Killjoy ult. Gaza is found on site, so it's left with a 4v2. Now, the most important thing here that the defense needs to do is they need to keep their smokes alive and smoke C long, because with the Killjoy ult, they have to be C long. So he has to wait for that cooldown to be able to smoke C long. And you see the Jet on the flank, unfortunately does not catch Jonesy with the knives, but you can see that Omen is playing very aggressive. Of course, he has a long smoke cooldown. It is on 12 seconds currently, if you can't see that because of the stream quality. But it would have taken a long time to recharge his smoke anyway, and the bomb was already planted a while back. So it's just kind of like that conflicting argument, like, should he have waited, should he have not waited? But that was round 7, and you can see, because of that, C-Long is open, and the attacker is able to clutch up there. So then I want to skip ahead to round 8 here. So let's see. This was a lot to do. Again, I wanted to talk about Muriel here. So you can see the team, the 2 defenders push up A long. And since they're at a gun disadvantage right now, I mean, they have a marshal and what seems to be a sheriff. You can see this game is too easy. Get some nice head taps with the marshal. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays Widowmaker. And then he gets traded out, and Sova gets picked off as well. You'd see Muriel up on mid. He's going to kill this Omen on Espresso right here. He's going to TP into B site, and he's actually going to also find the Sky, who's looking for him currently. So with that positioning, he's just playing very well. He's getting those lurking picks. But as much as I praise that, I also want to say it can't always work. Like for this round, for example, this ends in a push here. You can see Muriel is on mid. He's holding for the garage. I believe he picks off both here, both Killjoy and Omen. So yeah, if I rewind, you see he's holding it right outside of B, waiting for the defenders. Oh, he doesn't get any this round. I'm sorry. But you can see he's waiting for defenders to rotate into A site. Unfortunately, he doesn't catch any, and he's the last one left alive. So I think with the lurks, it can be very impactful, but I think part of that is knowing when to retreat back to your team. Because I think Muriel here, if he tried to maybe push A link or go back through his spawn, it could have gone a little better for the Mafiosos, but it's hard to tell because it still ended in a 4v1. Alright, next round I wanted to talk about was round 11. Let's see here. So, round 11. So the big thing here is KJ ults A. She fake ults A. And this is good in theory, but Jonesy gets picked off early. So they don't have anybody watching mid, and of course if they don't have anybody watching mid, Shy is able to pick off those 2 pretty easily. So let's see here. So after those picks, obviously the attackers are at a disadvantage and they get flawless by Espresso. And let's see here. Next round. So. Alright, should I wait for that then? I'll just keep talking because I don't think this last round is very important. Yeah. All right. So this last round here on the half was a pretty fast A execute here. You can see Gunner does get the first pick, but they do rush in very bravely through the smoke, I may add. But the Silver Dart does clear out the site for them, so that does help. So Gaza plants here. You can see Jonesy's pushed up with his ult, and you can see the defenders here are pushed back on B, deep in spawn and up in heaven, because they're not trying to get killed by the ult here. So he's not actually going to find anybody with the ult. He does actually get pretty close, but does not get that. So okay, so you can see Shy gets that kill on Borga. And you can see the Killjoy uses ult to try to retake Mempire, on Espresso, uses the ult to try and retake. And Gaza is able to use his ult to break that Killjoy lockdown. And you can see the trades just start coming in. And Espresso end up winning the round. Part of it had to do with the Mafiosos. In my opinion, it had to do with the Mafiosos just kind of playing separately, because you can see the Jet and the Sky were able to flank, and obviously that's not good because then they're being pressured from multiple angles and there's not as many places to play safely. And you can see they're all kind of like, their bodies are all kind of dispersed across the mini map. It could have gone a lot better, but it could have gone worse. But I think the Raze ult pushing the defenders away definitely helped them at least take the site. So I think those 30 seconds. I'm just gonna keep going. So let's see, that's round 14. So the next round I want to talk about is round 15. All right, so this is round 15. So the default leads to the Espresso losing duels. I should say Espresso is on attacking now. Mafiosos is on defending. So the default here leads to Espresso losing a couple duels. You can see Gunner is very far up short. He is way up here, and his teammates are in lobby up here. So I think if he needed to take space here, there should be someone else with him to trade him out. But that's, that's playing it safe. Obviously, there are 5 people, odd number of people on a team. But you can see with Sky's sight lines here, which is, I think, Pieces, it's not helping much. Like, I don't mean to be critical because people get mad at me and I don't want that. But yeah. So I think that's all I had to say for round 15. It's just kind of like those one-on-one duels that end up getting the attackers killed. Let's see. Round 17 is the last round that I wanted to talk about. So let's see here. So here's round 17. All right. So you can see Jonesy on the Mafiosos is out mid. He is way out mid with a stinger, no less. Bro thinks he is OS Vinrio. Alright, so you can see he's already up in window. The smoke helps him get the window easily. So it's good that he's taking the space. So what happens is he's just waiting under the window. The Silva does catch him, and he is able to double satchel back, which is a good idea. I like it. And then you can see the rest of the Espresso is just kind of trying to use any util they can to force him out. And of course, with the shock dart and the molly coming in, Jonesy's pushed out. Now, while watching, I was expecting him to go back into B site, but he actually crosses the smoke and takes advantage of this open spot on the smoke. You can see that, and then he's able to take down Gunner, and he actually doesn't get traded out. He's able to fall back with incredibly low health, yet he got a pick out of that, and I think that was just a crazy play. I mean, that was just absolutely insane. And then you can see with the Silva Dart, Gazu gets another here. Let's see, I think there was something else. Oh yes, this. Okay, so the rounds left in a 2v2. It doesn't matter what happened before this. So bomb's out mid, and the Mafiosos have the bomb, and Espresso, what they need to do is obviously they need to grab the bomb. Now it's going to be difficult because of the smoke. So you can see my thought process was Sky can use her ult for info and flash out of the smoke. She does flash out of the smoke, but you can see she's kind of the only one that peeks it. I mean, Kilder's there as well. It's just that it might have been a little late off of the initial flash to really capitalize off it. But it doesn't matter anyway, because Mempire gets an insane wallbang headshot on Hillfinger on the window, and then Sky peeks out while Mempire's reloading,